Well, good evening, or afternoon, or good morning, wherever the case may be, and welcome to the darkness once again. You gotta love this channel, don't you? At least I hope so. But anyway, on tonight's menu, we are going to talk about a popular subject called pain. We all go through it. We all know familiar roads of pain. We all know familiar roads of suffering. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that you have to understand. Here's the thing that you have to know. You see, we all go through pain every day, every moment of every time of our lives. We always go through pain. We all go through heartache. But the question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do when pain comes in and puts you in a proverbial corner? What are you going to do when you are in a particular situation or a particular scenario where there is no way out? What are you going to do? Are you going to let the pain win and say, I give up? And say, I quit. There's nothing left. I'm just gonna sit here like a lump on a log and let whatever happens, let it just happen, right? Let it just occur, right? Are you going to actually do something about it? Are you going to actually, instead of let the proverbial pain do its thing and run rampant, are you going to actually do something about it? Are you going to actually turn and fight? Are you going to actually use your, pardon my French, balls or guts and go through the mud, go through the muck, and go through whatever it takes to make you feel better, to make you feel better, to make you realize that, hey, the pain doesn't always have to win. The pain does not always have to rule over you. Because guess what? Pain is only a passing thing. It's only a short-term item. And you have to decide, do you want to keep it or do you want to leave it? It's not for me to decide. No, it's not. Because I'm not your keeper. I'm not. I'm just a guy talking through a computer screen. That's all I'm doing. Just a simple guy talking in a simple voice that you understand. That's all I'm doing. That's all I am doing. But like I said, we all go through the most revolting, the most disgusting things on the face of this earth. And you have to decide, do you want to rule it, or do you want to let it rule you? Because don't forget, this whole entire fucking world that you have right now, you created it your own self. Nobody created it. Nobody created it for you. Nobody made you do anything. You did it out of your own accord. You did it because you felt that you needed to do it, and you did it. All your life choices that you've made up to this point are because of you. Because of your choices. Because of your decisions, because of your selections in life. Because nobody else can do it for you. You know, I love it when a lot of people, I love it. I love it when a lot of people love to blame the world for, you know, I blame my dad for this. I blame my mom for this. I blame my sister for this. I blame my neighbor's dog for this. Why can't you just stop playing the blame game, you infantile little child, and say, look, I created whatever I created in my life. I did whatever I did in my life. I am a result of who I am today. Me. And me alone. Nothing triggers it. Nothing messes with it. No. My life, my responsibility. Believe it or not, it starts from the day you're born. No one else. See, like I said, people love to pass the blame. People love to pass the buck. People love to pass their problems and their sorrows and everything else onto someone else. Because they don't want to deal with it themselves, because they're cowards. They're cowards. They've got no balls. No, they don't. Even if they think they do, they don't. And those people are the weakest, most pathetic people I have ever seen. Not being able to take responsibility for your own life and your own actions is like basically hitting somebody or hurting somebody and hiding behind your mama's skirt, thinking that she's going to help you, thinking that she's going to save you from the imminent danger that comes before you. And she really won't. Because sooner or later, your mom's not going to be there. Sooner or later, the people that you hide behind are not going to be there. And then what? Then you'll have to depend on yourself. And then sooner or later, you'll let yourself down and you will crash and burn and you will regret it for the rest of your life. That's a proven fact. See, most people do the craziest of things because they don't think, they just do. Kind of like me. I don't think about things, I just do them. Because why? Because I thrive on unpredictability. I always do. That is my motto. Unpredictability. Because why be predictable when you don't have to? Why be the norm everybody expects you to be when you don't need to do that? You could be however it is you want to be. It's called freedom. Freedom of thought, freedom of choice, freedom just to live your life the way you want to live it. Here's what it is. A lot of us live in virtual prisons. It's true. We live in virtual prisons. Think about that. Hang on for just a minute. Hang on for just 1 second. But anyway, as I was saying, a lot of us live in our own virtual prisons, and there's no prison guards. There's no good time. There's no nothing. There's just you and the infinite problems and the infinite actions and reactions that you have caused throughout your life. See, the hardest thing for people to deal with is the man or woman that they look in the mirror every single day. That is the hardest thing for people to deal with. Sometimes they avoid it. Sometimes they don't want to deal with it. Sometimes they just push it to the side and say, you know what? It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Well, guess what? It is happening. It's happening to you every single day. Every moment of every second of your day. People try and talk bad about you. People try and berate you. People try and make you feel lower than they are. But yes, people will try. See, it's not really people that do it. It's life itself. Life will kick you when you're down. Life will destroy you. Life will make you feel like a steaming pile of dog shit. Here's what it is. Here's what it is, and I'm going to make a point about this. And this is very important. Are you going to live life laying down on your back or on your knees? Or are you going to live life standing up like a man and owning up to what you say and do? And be a man about it and say, look, I created this life myself. Now I'm going to deal with the consequences. Whether they're good or bad or indifferent, there are consequences. There are consequences in life, whether you believe it or not. Positive or negative, they are still there. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let the bully rule you, or are you going to rule the bully? It's easily done. You see, the good Lord gave us something called a brain, gave us something called a thought process. And you know the old rule of thumb? Think harder. Think smarter, not harder. Think smart. Use your brain. Use the beautiful sense that God has given you. It's the only way you can win this thing. You see, life is the game. Life is but a game. And it all depends on how you play it. And like I said, you can play it down on your knees, or you can play it standing firm like a man and really show people who you really are. You know what? Everybody has potential. Everybody has, what do you call it? God, it's hard to pronounce. Everybody has potential. Everybody has, I can't pronounce it right now, but you know what I mean. The stamina, the whatever you want to call it. Some kind of that kind of thing. But everybody has hidden abilities that are locked away by you, that are imprisoned by you, because you are too much of a coward to access them. Why? Because you're afraid of what people might think, what people might say. You know what I say? The heck with what people say. The heck with what people do. Because since when did public opinion rule what you think and what you do on anything? What are you going to do? Go outside and say, well, I can't go outside today because people think I shouldn't do it, so I'm not going to do it today. You realize how ridiculous that sounds? You realize how stupid that sounds? So that means today I'm not going to get out of bed because people said I shouldn't get out of bed, so I'm just going to stay here. I mean, doesn't that sound silly? Doesn't that sound ridiculous? Doesn't that sound just foolish? You want to go out to the park today? Oh, I can't because somebody told me not to, so I'm just going to stay indoors. Or I'm not going to eat today because somebody told me not to eat. Or I'm not going to use the restroom today because somebody told me not to do it. Come on now. Let's think sensibly about this. Since when does public opinion mean anything to anybody? If you're overruled by public opinion, you might as well just hang it up. Because normal people, especially people like me, don't care about public opinion. Don't care about what people think and what people say. My advice to you is, hey, let them say it. Hey, let them think it. Better you than them, right? Better them thinking what they think than you thinking what you think, right? You see, the only thing that matters is how you feel on the inside, how you feel about you. Because no one else is going to care. No one else is going to even bat an eyelash. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with your own personal life. Because at the end of the day, you're the first one to drive and the last one to crash it. That's you. You're the first one to drive that car and you're the last one to crash it into a ditch, and you either leave it in there or you pull it out and start over again. It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It never was. Are you going to sit there and just let people push you around, let people shove you around, let people do what they want? What are you, a yes man? Are you just a servant to the people? What do you get out of it? You know, what do you What do you personally achieve or gain from it? What do you get from it? What? Fancy life? Fancy living? That could be the possibility, yeah. But at what cost? Of you saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please and thank you, even when they are insulting you at the top of their lungs, and you can't say a thing back because you are afraid of what they might say and what they might do. And you can blame it on paranoia, you can blame it on simple things like that, but that's not the case. No, it's not. It's not. It isn't. Even if you'd like to be, it's not. What it is, the main problem is you. The main problem is you. The main solution is you. You decide whether you pass or whether you fail. You decide whether you fly right or whether you crash and burn. Life is all up to you. And let me tell you, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, you have got so much potential, my friend. So much potential. Look at all the things that I've been through. I've been thrown in the dirt. I've been run through the mud. I've been destroyed and rebuilt so many times that I don't even know who I am anymore. How about that? I have been destroyed and brought up, destroyed and brought up, and destroyed and brought up so many times that I've lost track of who I am anymore. I've lost track of who I really am. So you know what I said? I said, fuck it. I decided to build up my own character. I decided to build up my own self. I decided to say, fuck people, I'm going solo. And if people want to join, that's great. If they don't, that's fine too. Because I'm not in this game for them. And I'm not in this game for me. I'm just here because it's my pleasure to be here. So I guess through some sick sadistic way, I guess I'm here just to satiate my own appetite. So you're right. I am for me, I guess. But guess what? Nobody else is. Nobody else is going to pat me on the back. No one else is going to hold my hand and say, oh, it's okay. No, they won't. No. Even if I'd like for it to be, no, that's not the way life is. That's not the way life is going to be. See, life doesn't give you breaks. It only gives you problems that need to be solved. Because if you don't solve them, they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and more massive until finally you're going to have to face them whether you like it or not. And then this is what separates the men from the boys. And you get to decide whether you want to be a man or whether you want to be a scared little child that hides behind everything for fear of what the world might say or do. Me personally, I'm not ruled by the world. No, I'm not. I'm not. 100% I'm not. I'm ruled by myself, by my own actions and my own things that I say or do on here. But you see, I have something that the world desperately needs. I have something called, pardon my French balls, and I look life directly in the eye and I say, look, give me your best shot. I could take it. That is how I handle my life. That is how I handle myself. I don't depend or rely on anybody. I don't need to. Everybody else has got their own lives, their own problems, their own little things that they do. Meantime, I'm right here. You know, look at my chat. Do you really think I believe in numbers? Do you really think I believe in that much attention? No. I just do my thing, say my say, and hey, it's pure advice, pure information. It's there. It's there when you need it. You know, take it or leave it. You know, I come on here and I talk, hoping that maybe the off chance that I might actually reach out to somebody, that I might actually help somebody, so that they don't end up like me, so that they end up better than me. Because I always tell people, do as I do, not as I say. Please, for God's sake, never do what I do. Never. Because if you do what I do, you're going to end up in this place, just like me. And trust me, this is a place that you don't want to be in, that you don't want to end up in. You have a choice to get yourself out. You have a choice to stop yourself from ending up where I'm at right now, which is the 5th point of hell, and there's no return from it. You think I wish I could go back and change what I've done and what I've said to get in here? You bet. But guess what? One thing I refuse to change. I refuse to change myself and who I am as a person, who I am as an individual on this platform. I refuse to change. I refuse to go with the flow. I refuse to go with what everybody else, all the little sheeple, all the little things. No. I refuse. And it's because of my refusal, the reason why I ended up here. But you know, good. Because guess what? The longer I'm in here, the stronger I get. And the stronger I get, the more potent my reach is. I'm not in here for revenge. I'm not in here for getting even with people. No, I'm not. Even if you'd like to think I am, no, I'm not. I'm just here to have a little fun. Create some mayhem here and there. And have a wonderful whatever thing this is, you know? Hold on just a second. Okay. Hang on just 1 second, folks. See, one thing about making a good meal or cooking anything, you've got to have your instruments working at top 4. You always do. Did you know Did you know one of the most dangerous instruments that you could possibly possess is the one that is right on the top of your head? Did you know that? Did you know that you could make or break a person with just one word or one syllable? You can make them or you can break them very, very easily. But people don't understand that. People don't understand the most dangerous weapon that you could ever possibly possess is the tongue that you have right there in your mouth. Because think about it. Words do hurt. Words do make an impact. And if you were to organize your words and say them correctly, imagine how much you would accomplish. Imagine how much progress you would do. See, you don't have to physically assault anybody. All you have to do is learn to pronounce your words correctly and watch people fall like dominoes. Bum, 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 bum. And then, what do you have left? Nothing yet. But then, the good people, the people that were loyal to you, the people that were true to you, they'll stay with you always. So anyway, I have to go because I've got official business. So, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you. I'll probably see you around sometime on here. Maybe. Because after all you have to do, if you ever want to see me, just close your eyes, and I'll be right there with you, laughing, enjoying everything. Pleasant nightmares. Bye.